All right, I got all the floor prepped. Now we're gonna put the tubes in the floor, and after we get the tubes in the floor, we put wire mesh down. We board it up. Actually, we're gonna do the pour in two different sections. Uh, I actually had a friend of the family is helping me do the concrete, so I got my hands in the mix. I was able to get in there. Me and two other guys did the concrete, called the truck in, and the one guy that's a friend of the family that did the concrete, he's kind of the expert, so he did all the screeding and floating and operated the machine. All right, we're gonna get this 1/2 inch PEX down. We used the foam board. I used a foam board stapler to staple the PEX tube directly to the foam board, and I downloaded a program called LoopCAD. And if you use that program, it kind of tells you how to run it. If you put a spacing on, and then it'll tell you how much heat loss how much heat loss you're going to have in your building. It'll tell you how much the building can be heated if you put it down, and it tells you the circuit lengths and where to put it on the floor. So we'll get that done, then we'll put the wire mesh on top of that, and it's just sitting there. And as we pour the concrete, we're pulling the wire mesh up into the concrete, and we'll get this done, and I'll go over it after it's complete. All right, the concrete is finished. It's been a while, so I filled the building back up. But I just want to show you some of the details. So after we got it done, I came back and I trimmed off the top of that 1/2 inch, that 1/2 inch foam to the top of the concrete, so you can kind of see around the edge of the building where it's between the concrete and the building, so it's not really up against any hard spots anywhere. And then he did a really good job of forming around the drains we had in the building. And you can see where we had the 2 separate pours. This was the first pour that you've seen in the video. And then the second pour goes back to the apartment. And it's just full of stuff right now. But he did a really good job. It's probably hard to tell because it's so full of stuff, but really happy. One thing he talked me into doing is we raised the whole floor and about 1 inch from where I originally planned, and then he dropped it down where the door seats. So he called it like a door pocket or a bean pocket or something. And then we got the aprons done. So the aprons run and they slant up. They rise about 2 inches. The concrete rises about 2 inches before it gets to that edge, and then the floor of the building is another inch taller than that. So you can see when the door shuts, it'll shut right down inside of the so you can see the door shuts down and it's lower than the building floor, so there's really no way water can get in. Alright, so we have the apartment. These 3 circuits will run in the apartment side. And you know, once I get that time to do that, I'll have shower and bathroom back here, and then the sink and the island sink and everything will be up there. And so that'll be for the apartment, heat control, and then this is the barn side. And I tied them together just for now to hold air pressure. I put like 20 psi in there, like, I don't know, 4 months ago, and it's gone from 90 degrees down to, it's like 35 or 40 today, so it's pretty cold. I'm sure it's lost pressure from temperature, but it's been holding pressure really good. So basically every tube and every connection's under pressure. And you can see I ran the 3/4 inch electrical conduit to control them, and I had those all tied together, and then the concrete poured up around those. So it's pretty nice looking coming out of the floor. So like I said, this will be like a utility closet, and there's a drain there for like condensation from the boiler or whatever. So there's a temporary wall just to hold the manifolds. And then this will be in the wall once I get the apartment built. There's like a vent pipe in the wall. And then another vent pipe here for the island sink. So we got the gutter drains that come down, and then there's a pipe that runs underground right below these 2 grates that are out here on the apron. So the pipe underground's about 3 feet below this, and then these drain down and run into that pipe. And so that pipe's underneath here where the porch is going to be. I still have to do that concrete. And then the gutter off the porch. So I took the main roof gutter down next to the porch, not over the porch. So you can see where the main roof drains down underground here. This catches into it, and then we took it underground all the way down to the lake. And then the barn, I ran one pipe for the front of the barn and one pipe for the back of the barn. So there's two pipes that come out into the lake. And you can see where the back of the barn drains down and catches into that pipe. They come together somewhere right in here, the front and the back of the barn. And we dug it down, and it flows good when it rains hard. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Probably a while before I put another video up, but I've probably got doing all this myself, concrete, windows, building, metal, everything. I'm up to about $32,000 for everything. So just to give you an idea where I'm at. If I get time to make another video, I'll go through where I got most of the stuff and how much the stuff costs. And most of it I get from Menards and Home Depot and some local lumber yards around here. So talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching.